G'day guys, how's it going? Just before we jump into today's video, I've sat down and I've built a new intro for my videos. Try to go a little bit more personal, and also it's got my updated logo in it. So drop a comment, tell me what you think of it. Good morning guys, welcome to Rumble's Fish Room. So it's Saturday morning. I'm probably going to have a bit of a lay down really. I don't feel well. I'm not sure if I'll probably do my other pets video tomorrow, not today. But I just want to show you guys something quickly on the pond with the algae. I commented on a couple of pages saying I'm worried about the algae, and everyone says it's healthy for your pond, but I'll show you why I'm worried. Alright, so first up, I've noticed I started to get a little bit of bubbles. The other day it was a bit worse. I'm not really sure what that is. I think it's about time I did a massive water change on it. So you can see over here in the plants and on that pipe, the algae. I'm not sure what it's called. It's like the clumping shit. Now, my UV is turned off for winter, and I haven't turned it back on the thought that the UV only kills the waterborne stuff, like the algae that makes the water go green. But someone said to me it does kill the spores of that algae, so it will actually control that indirectly. So I think I'm going to turn the UV back on today, and we'll see if that helps. But I don't care about that there. It doesn't look horrible. The water's clear. See if you guys can see from here. I'm happy with the water clarity. It's really hard to get the water clarity on camera, guys. I know I've said that 100 times, but I don't know what it is. So me looking down, I can see the bottom drain. I can see like all the couple of bits of debris on the bottom. I can actually even see the pipe inside the bottom drain, but like through the camera on the screen here, I can see that you guys can't see that. So you guys are just going to have to take my word for it that the pond's clear. So back on the algae. Alright, so I cleaned the skimmer basket, which I'm kind of regretting. I should have shown you that before I cleaned it. Basically, it was what you'd expect, lots of algae. But I haven't pulled this cover off yet. I'm going to show you guys how much algae is in the collector basket here. Check it out, guys. Now this is why it worries me. So it's actually, that basket there is supposed to stop the gutter guard going over the divider, but that's actually been pushed up by God knows what, so that's supposed to sit down like that. We might have to get a brick on that, guys. But look at the algae. It's insane. Step back a bit. I'm guessing it's helping with my nitrates, but I'll show you what the problem is. What happens is that basket gets clogged up, and if you listen here, I'm not sure if you guys can hear it. That pipe there is gargling, and what that is, that's the air bubbling up, and it gargles here because see how that water level is so much lower than that water level. So the bubbles are like gargling in there because the water's not coming out, and it affects the flow rate out of here massively. Like that at the moment, now that that's blocked, all the water levels dropped. That pipe is running at like 1/4 of its normal flow rate. So there's no pumps on this, so there's no impellers to get clogged from algae or anything like that. It is simply the fact that it drops this whole water level because of that basket. So then it's like, that basket's doing absolutely nothing at the moment because the water's flowing straight over it. And like, yeah, I'm gonna turn the UV back on, guys, and see if that helps, but I don't know. I'm appreciative of algae being in there because that means, actually, hang on, I don't know. If there's algae in the filter with shade cloth over it, I don't even know if it gets enough sunlight to work efficiently. So now that water's cruising over there, I can literally see it. It's going straight up and in there. It's not even going through the media. And like, the other thing is, if this media becomes full of algae, how effective is the media? Like, the water can't pass through the algae. So I'm going to turn the UV back on. I might actually test the water. I reckon the nitrates would be pretty high. Like, why else would there be this much algae? What is that, guys? That's like, what are they? This is getting worse by the minute. What are those bugs? Some sort of larvae. Oh. Alright, I'm going to clean this basket. Alright, so I've cleaned the basket. I pulled out a bit of shit by hand. And I'm going to turn the UV back on. Now, if you look, cleaning that basket rose that much that it dropped the water level lower than the skimmer. So that's how much difference there was in the height. Unfortunately, it looks like the water is just passing over the top of the media here. I was going to build a baffle for this IBC, and I've just never come around to doing it. So I should really get stuck into that. And also, this needs way more gutter guard in it. This is like less than half full. But maybe next time I go to Bunnings, I'll get 10 rolls. I just get 10 rolls at a time, 30 bucks, job done. I don't really want to go buy 100 rolls. It's A, expensive, and B, you look like an idiot walking out of Bunnings with 100 rolls of gutter guard. So that's still gargling, which isn't good, but can you guys see the difference in flow already? Let's turn the UV back on. Alright, so if you look here, the UV is back on. Even the UV is covered in algae, so that will disappear in minutes. By minutes, I mean days. I need to get a siphon going here again. The water's not moving. That pipe there sits higher than the water level, so it's a drama. I've got to, that breaks siphon pretty much. It doesn't happen often, but the fact the UV's been off for 6 months, I haven't, well, not even 6 months, 4 months, I haven't kept an eye on it, so we'll do that now. So we got that siphon going again. Is it a siphon? I don't know. Well, anyway, we got rid of the airlock, and if you can see, the water's flowing past it. The UV actually trips the camera out a bit. So if you guys don't know what that is, that's the brand is UV, like YOUVEE. I actually got that for free, believe it or not. It had no globe. It cost me. So I went to see the guy about buying a globe. So the one that I got for free was like 20 years old, and it was still in the box, brand new. I got it from Paul at Morley Aquariums. He gave it to me for free. Said if I could find a globe that I could use it. So the company was still in business. I found the company. I took it to him to get a globe. He liked it that much, and it was the original UV light, that he wanted to keep the original, and he gave me a brand new unit. He explained like the pros and cons, the old one versus the new one. So it was a win-win. He got the original one as a display piece, and I got the better version. So this is actually an $1,800 UV unit, and I got it for free. I bought well, not free, sorry. I bought the globe. So the globe cost me $100. But yeah, it was just like crazy good luck. Paul at Morley, by far my favorite aquarium shop. This was pre-YouTube. He didn't give it to me to get attention or a shout out. He literally gave it to me as a friend, and Paul is always going to be a friend to me. And I just, yeah, that $1,800 unit, I got it for $100, and it's insane. Like, when I set up my pond, it went green straight away. It was a fresh pond, it wasn't cycled. Ammonia, nitrites and nitrates all rising, and like you couldn't see a fish that was like a meter away. Yes guys, sorry, but I did do a fish cycle on this pond. I'll explain why in 2 secs. So this was green. This thing is 1,500 litres. It was green. You could not see a fish at all. I turned the UV on 2 days. 2 days, crystal clear. It's the best UV. Look them up. UV is their name. It's expensive, yes, but it's insane. 80 watt UV. I'm going to put it on a timer because it's way too big for my pond. I don't need 80 watts. I'm going to run it 12 and 12. So back to why we put fish in it straight away. I finished building this pond like 3 days before my engagement party. So I filled it up with water on the Thursday. I bought fish off somebody who's shutting down their pond. I bought 20 koi on the Friday. We put them in Friday night at like midnight after catching them. I spent like 2 nights at her house catching the koi. Total of probably like 8 hours. We got them all here. And then the engagement party was Saturday. So we had a crystal clear pond with 20 koi in there. It looked great. By Monday, you couldn't see the fish. So then what I did, obviously I got the fish room. So I got 20 sponge filters out of the fish room, and I cleaned them in the pond. So I think it was more than 20. I've got like 100 sponges in there. I cleaned half of the tanks in there. So somewhere between 20 and 50 sponges. I literally, I didn't clean everyone in every tank because I knew that like putting it in this water was probably going to kill the good bacteria in it, like going back in there. So each tank's got like 3 sponges in it. I just pulled 1 out of each tank. And the pond cycled in a week. Some people say squeezing sponges doesn't work, but I believe it does. So what I do, I squeeze the sponges, no water changes. Like, you might look at it and think it's bad, but don't do a water change. If the ammonia skyrockets, add Seachem safe, and then leave it be, because the more water changes you do, it actually prolongs the cycle. So water changes are the worst thing you can do when you're cycling. Seachem Prime or Safe is what you need to add, not water changes. I feel like this video's turned into a bit of a setup tutorial. What are we going to thumbnail this video, guys? I think I'm going to wrap it up there, guys. Just a quick little one about the pond today. I'm just going to have a relaxing day, I think. If you guys could hit the thumbs up button, that'd be sick. Maybe we can get caught up in some algorithms. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Peace out.